Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. How's it going? I am still sick, and I think I'm actually getting worse. No end in sight for me, and it hurts. But I still show up because I have to. Because you guys crave blood. You have a lust for blood. And this is all I can do. I just have to be here no matter what. I know you consider me brave and valiant in the face of danger, but I am simply a man here to do what he must. So welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm the Incredible Sulk. Tonight we're talking about the destruction that white women have brought on society as a whole, which is a lot. Oh boy, it's a lot. It is a very, it's a main issue. It is a main problem, and we're probably going to, I'm gonna try not to scream about it. I'm sorry, I don't have long, but I must get this message across. Women do not deserve the vote. It was a mistake in the first place. And it is up to us to stomp out that wrong. So get comfy, get cozy, grab a ballot, unless you're a chick. Then go to the kitchen and make a pie. And if you're bad at making pies, make one anyway. You'll get better. Anyways, if you're working, keep working, and if you are driving, continue to drive safely. You get home, hit the like button. Stay healthy out there. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is a Sulk stream, and this is called The Psychology of Moral Outrage. Enjoy.
The kindest hearts can be molded into the deadliest of weapons.
I didn't even fucking bring
In Minneapolis, a mother of three, driven by concern for strangers.
Bring it up. I didn't even. I just pressed the wrong thing. Hold on. No, I didn't. I'm okay. Hold on. There we go.
Drove into a real-life battlefield and paid with her life.
It's AIDS. Yeah, I have monkeypox and AIDS. It's from all my. It's honestly from my lifestyle. I led an immoral lifestyle. And now I got the monkeypox, AIDS, gonorrhea. I got it all, man. It's all. I just got paused up, right? I had a big weekend, and I got a bunch of paused up loads shot into my rectum. You know how it is. I mean, and if you don't know what a good time is.
But was her compassion?
But yeah, this is my payment. This is my. It's hot. Yeah, it's like sexy too, all paused up.
Passion entirely pure? What if empathy is being twisted into a tool for manipulation, self-gain, and even violence? In this video, we'll dive deep into the empathy paradox, how something evolved for survival, co-evolved for tactical deception, fueled by dark personalities, narcissistic, sadistic manipulators, dark empaths, who recognize your suffering only to exploit it.
I mean, they do exploit empathy. Really, like, the entire left is just, it's built on exploiting empathy, right? It's not about logic or math or, it's how you feel, man. Don't you feel sad because this little African kid doesn't have any water or rice for his tiny belly? Don't you feel sad? You know what we should do? We should bring them all over here. Yeah, man. And we'll put them in like houses and stuff. We'll build houses and Habitat for Humanity and shit. Oh, man. It's going to be so good. They're going to be like white people then. It doesn't work out like that. And then I get AIDS. That's what I get AIDS from.
Metric data points to a chilling link between dark empathy and modern politics, where performative caring leads to real destruction.
Isn't that guy that electrocuted his dog? Or just shocked his dog, right? He just shocked the shit out of his dog. And yeah, that's how that's how the left usually works. They're usually pretty violent. They speak about like caring for your fellow man a lot, and like, oh man, I'm so like empathetic, and I'm such a bleeding heart and shit like that. But then they will beat the fuck out of somebody because they called him a Nazi, because they called him a Nazi. They determine that you're a Nazi, even without even talking to you. Maybe it's just a look. Maybe you have leukemia or something like that. They're like, look, that there's a weak Nazi right there, because usually people on the left aren't very well built, right? This comes from an innate sense of insecurity. That's why they have to band together in groups. This is why they can't go outside of the main thought, right? They can't have their own thoughts, because if it even veers a little bit outside of the group dynamic, then they're going to end up like that leukemia kid, that leukemia Nazi. And they're going to beat the fuck out of him and curb stop him and shit like that. And they're going to feel so good inside about it. They're going to think they're badasses. They think they're revolutionaries and shit. It's a weird psychology, man. It's a weird psychology.
Stick around for this in-depth scientific analysis, and you may never see empathy the same way again.
By the way, this is Aiden Paladin. She does a lot of good work. She has very interesting essays, video essays about social and political topics.
We live in the age of empathy. Every brand has feelings. Every corporation a culture.
Yeah, bro. I am still ill. I think I'm getting worse. So I'm going to try to be like super chill tonight. But I'm still here because I'm a hero. You know, the word hero gets tossed around a lot. And when people call me a hero, they are absolutely correct.
And every person a cause. Empathy has ceased to be a virtue and become instead a form of social currency. In politics, the left often touts empathy as being...
Knob says, John, you know there are AIDS charities that will care for Jess and the kids when you're gone. First of all, Jess is going to be buried with me. You know how Indians do that sati thing? Where like the husband dies and they burn the living wife on a pyre, right? And she just like, it hurts. I'm not going to do that, but she will go into the coffin with me and then slowly run out of air. It's more peaceful that way.
Core to their political identity, their empathy as moral proof.
What happens is that our empathy
She threatens to kill me all the time.
gets weaponized. I wanted love and peace, but I also
Rhea.
hated Trump, hated Christian.
Rhea says, for a $5, thank you. She says, LMA, you a hero? Also 22. I don't know why that's so difficult to believe. I am a hero. I am. And you didn't win. So there. It was real close. That's what you get, Rhea. That's what you get for not calling me a hero. Of course I'm a hero. I come in night after night. And like I let you guys call me gay. Because you gotta call somebody gay. You have to, and like, haha, you have AIDS. Haha, the skin's falling off your back and stuff like that. Oh, your parents are disappointed. They don't talk about you anymore. You need that song. Because you guys have bosses to go to. I don't have a boss to go to. I don't have a boss to, you guys, you know, I feel bad. So I'm like a sacrificial anode for your hatred of society in general. And yeah, it is hero work. It's hero work. I don't do it for the money, but give me money. Give me money. But I don't do it for the money. I do it for you guys.
Christians, straight white males, of course.
But it...
Oh, she hates Christians and straight white males and stuff. You sound like a fucking nightmare, dude. You know what you need? You need a good bust in the chops. That's what you need. That's what you need. Just like a good old, like if a big strong man came and slapped you right in the mouth, you would probably wet your shorts, dude. And you'd be like, well, that was fixed. I'm no longer crazy. Now I just want to be a homemaker. And then you would be saved. Through the power of Jesus, you would be saved.
Is this genuine compassion?
By getting slapped in the teeth.
Or merely the performance of compassion driven by self-interest?
Donatella says, thank you for your Jesus-like sacrifice. You're welcome. I'm not gonna say it's like Jesus. It's Jesus light. You know, I'm not dying. I'm not gonna die, but like I'm a little bit uncomfortable. You know, I'm a little bit uncomfortable, and I have been for a while, and I still came in for you guys to crucify me.
Interest and used as a tactic to obtain political goals. Empathy has been perhaps one of the most overused terms in modern political discourse. If you don't care about a certain cause, you must.
Feral 5. It's just, she says, you sound like shit. Thank you. Thank you. For a 5. I've been sleeping all day. It's been hard. I fucking hate being sick. 24. I hate being sick. I really do hate being sick.
Be unempathetic, a monster, a psychopath.
If you die, can I have some of your cool stuff? I'll let you here. You can marry my wife. How about that, Renee? You move to my house and shit. Is that? You gotta fucking grow the beard and stuff, and you gotta run the show. Is that what you want, Renee? You want my life? I'll throw you the keys to my car and stuff like that. You could just walk right in and start farting on the couch. It's actually a pretty good life. But you got to do it perfectly. You got to do it perfectly. How are your ears? Are they disconnected? Are they disconnected like mine? Because if they're connected, it's not going to work. People are going to call your bluff immediately.
Ironic.
As such, many feel compelled to perform empathy as a display to others that they are none of those things and are
And no one's marrying my wife. Unless it's a chick, because chicks don't have sex. Lesbians don't have sex. They might have like performative sex at the very beginning of the relationship. And then they're like, well, that's over, so we're just never going to have sex again because lesbians don't find each other attractive. They don't. No one does.
instead good, decent, and moral. The shooting of Renee Good is amongst the strongest yet tragic examples
I am
of
sick
how
of shit,
ostensibly
dude.
good
I am. I got the AIDS, man. I was clubbing this weekend. I got a bunch of paused up loads in the rear. And, because I was just reckless and I was just rolling, man. And now I'm paying the price. So, only the good die young. You know how it is.
intentions can lead to ill-advised, illegal action, and ultimately
Lesbians just do cute stuff and scissor. Okay, look, I don't mind like good-looking lesbians, right? No one does. No one minds good-looking lesbians. It's like the butchy dyke lesbians that everyone hates, right? Because like, what are you doing over there? What are you? You're just angry? Of course you're angry. Look at you. Everyone probably treats you like shit because you ugly. And it's appropriate to treat ugly people like shit. That's just how society works. That's how it's set up, right? More attractive people just tend to live longer. They get less time for similar crimes. They get better job prospects. And lesbians are gross. Like the real butchy ones that shave their hair and stuff like that. And like, look at me, I'm an abomination. Those are fucking, oh my God, they suck, dude. They suck. Like, you're not even, what are you good for? Oh my God, why are you in this society? What are you good for? What are you doing? Just hop in the suicide chamber with the rest of those Canadians, that maid thing, Just, what are you doing here? You just making yourself miserable your entire life? What an idiot. You're stupid. Now hop in your Subaru with your Great Danes and get the fuck out of here.
to death. Her widow described Renee as deeply empathetic, someone who lived by one guiding belief that, quote,
Rhea says, John, enough bullying. We all do. We do that around here. Scissor? You guys scissor each other? I guess I don't need to do that. You guys know exactly what scissoring is. I'm not surprised. The chicks in this chat all scissor. They meet up for Scissor Saturdays. And I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's a blast.
There is kindness in the world, and we need to do everything we can to find it where it resides and nurture it where it needs to grow. We are here to love each other, care for each other, and keep each other safe and whole. And
Dance Now says, I know a Mexican lesbian at my work who looks like she could play point guard for the WNBA. She's also a bitch. They're never, look, look. Women who are ugly like that, they know they're not going to get any male attention, so they're like, you know what? I just like chicks. And then everyone's like, okay, yeah, all right. And then they go lesbian, and then they're just pissy. They're just pissy. They're just bitches their entire life and stuff like that. And like pretty girls, they're so much better to be around. They're just more fun. They're just a lot more fun. No one likes ugly women. Nobody likes big, fat, chopped ass lesbos. I don't think this is a controversial take. It might be controversial, sure, but like everybody agrees with it, except for maybe lesbos. But who gives a shit what they think?
quote, but Renee Good's story and the outrage and chaos it sparked, along with Alex Paul's story, are only two of the countless examples of an uncomfortable notion that empathy can and has been weaponized, that it can and has been used to manipulate people into action they wouldn't otherwise take, and more heinously, even to justify cruelty and violence, from the mass celebration of the murder of...
See, this is exactly what I'm fucking talking about right here. Right here. And like women, they operate as a... So they see one woman, and she's older, she's middle-aged, and I imagine she's a middle school teacher, high school? No, not high school, because she would get bullied to death in high school. So I'm going to say she's probably a middle school teacher. And then, no dad. And then this one's a mud shark in training. That's what that is. And look what she's doing. She's doing the ball. And like, God, do you have to be so crass as a human being? Do you have to be so unappealing in all aspects of your life? You actually go out in the middle of the day to scream at cars. That's your good times. That's what you do for fun. Pretty girls are more fun to be around, aren't they?
Yes.
Of course. Ugly chicks suck.
Charlie Kirk, to random acts of aggression targeting anyone that is determined to look like an ICE agent, based on the type of car they drive, the type of clothing they're wearing, or the color of their skin.
Donatello has a very serious question for me. So if I fart and it smells like eggs, but I... Don't do that to me right now. But I do it whenever bacon is being cooked. Can I confuse the smell as if one is smelling a full breakfast being cooked? No, because when you fart and it smells like eggs, it smells like it was eggs. It was eggs, not it is eggs. Those are different smells.
To perform morality rather than to truly live it. Not because they are unilaterally evil, but because they...
Thank you for your inquiry, though, Donatello. That's asking the hard questions, right? Can I go in a diner to hide my farts? Technically, yes. Will they appreciate it? Absolutely not.
believe they are virtuous. In some cases, people who appear the most empathetic may actually be amongst the most dangerous, both to themselves and to others, by encouraging certain behaviors through the pulling of heartstrings, or by merely acting compassionate only in order to receive compassion for themselves in return. The goodwill of good people is oft contorted into a tool for someone else's end. To understand how empathy, a moral good, can be used as a tool for personal gain, we must first understand...
Did my wife just come in and take my phone? Is that what happened? Did she just come in and take my phone? Well, then she's buying something. I know she's buying something.
And the basics of the paradoxes of empathy. But it's not just empathy that can be weaponized. So too can your data. Every click, every search, every moment you spend on...
Aiden, you need to not wear this. You look like a troon. And she's not. She's actually a woman. But this makes you look like a guy. Don't do this. Don't do this.
online feeds into systems designed to profile, predict, and influence you, which is why everyone who values their privacy needs a VPN. And for the best...
She's like a super weird anime chick, and she's like, I haven't seen her personally at conventions, but I've seen her at conventions and stuff like that. She's a chick, for sure. She's definitely a chick. This makes her look like a fucking guy.
Name in the business when it comes to protecting your privacy online, you can use this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Private Internet Access. Consider a conversation between an atheist and a Christian regarding the existence of the divine. The Christian may speak of...
Bro, go get your phone. She's going to see you emotionally cheating on her with an AI Dolly Parton. Okay.
the spiritual and life satisfaction that he receives from his faith, but this faith is not the result...
She'd be like, okay, that's okay.
...of reasoning in the sense of Pascal's wager. It is supernatural. The atheist skeptic has no common...
She looks like she's 42. I don't think she's 42. I think she's... I don't know. She's a little younger than I am.
...reference and seeing no evidence for the existence of God, concludes the Christian is irrational, seeking comfort in a delusion. The atheist, from his perspective, is the clearer thinker of the two, but to the Christian, the atheist's perspective misses the point, as in order for the atheist to understand divine agape, he must first be open to experiencing it. The atheist may be invited to participate in religious activities, such as attending church or reading scripture. These things would allow the atheist to take the epistemic stance of the believer, his way of knowing the world, but the skeptic cannot earnestly engage with religion this way because he already knows that it's a lie. To play along...
Right, you can't be a non-believer and then just like test it out, because you have to believe first, right? That's what you have to believe, right? You have the belief part is the entire thing, right?
Along would be another act of self-deception, and engagement with Christian ritual could corrupt his rationality. The Christian cannot unfeel his personal religious experiences, and as such, neither can truly empathize with the other without sacrificing...
Here's the part where John lets people shill for free. No, it's not. No, I skipped the act.
A core part of their respective identities, both from an epistemic and a moral perspective. To truly empathize...
Look, I'm dying here, all right? Do I get like a Make-A-Wish type of a deal? Do I get to make a wish? Because I wish you guys would just be nice to me. I wish you guys would accept me for who I am. Not gay. Not gay. And like, you know, I don't know what your problem with e-bikes is. I don't even ride my e-bike anymore. I haven't ridden my e-bike for months, dude. Now I got my one wheel. My one wheel kicks ass. But I feel good enough to actually ride it.
Require sacrificing either rational or emotional standpoints. This disconnect between the Christian and the atheist isn't about the existence of God.
It's close.
Not really. The same paradox applies to any deeply held beliefs,
it's very
be
close
they religious,
to AIDS.
social, or political.
You don't accept me, Rhea. You do not accept me. You don't accept me. No, you try to bend me and shape me into the way you want me to be. No. But I was born to be a butterfly and spread my wings. And you guys just clip my wings all day. That's all you do is clip my wings. That's what you do. Farrell. Thank you, Farrell. Make a wish, John. 13. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm not going to tell you my wish.
A man cannot truly empathize with a woman, as he cannot become a woman without sacrificing his identity as a man. A liberal...
A man can't become a woman at all. That's nonsense talk. Men can't become women. That's not at all how it works.
Cannot truly empathize with a conservative, as she cannot become a conservative without sacrificing her identity as a liberal. This is the paradox of empathy. Empathizing, in these instances, could result in cognitive dissonance, a form of psychological discomfort. Dissonance occurs when one's previous behaviors or beliefs misalign with their current behaviors or beliefs. As such, not only is empathy...
Farrell says the only guys with wings that I know are gay. Angels? You think angels are gay, Farrell? Is that what you think? Or you think? Why do you have some empathy? Why don't you have some of that? Why don't you have some of that? A big old heaping bowl of empathy, right? Because angels ain't gay. Not as far as I can tell. Not as far as I can tell. Armchair with a 17. Thank you, Arden. Appreciate it. Arden does all the thumbnails for this show. Okay. I was going to say, what if Arden... that would be crazy.
The often paradoxical, but empathizing also has the potential to cause a sort of psychic pain, and thus...
Empathy is gay. I will back you up on that, Farrell. Farrell, empathy is gay. I don't want to feel what another person feels. I don't want other people to feel how I feel. That's even more... That would be sad. That would be sad, right? I don't want people to experience my pain and shit like that because I'm so brooding, right? And I don't want to deal with your bullshit because it's probably gay and pointless. And it's like not even that big of a deal. Then I go back into my body. I'm like, wow, you are fucking gay. You are like a weak little bitch, dude. You went into my body. You saw that shit, didn't you? And he's all like, he's just got a pistol in his mouth. That's what it is. Good. Good. Pull the trigger, pussy.
is avoided.
By the way, I am not suicidal. Because I have some fucking balls. Okay? I can handle some shit. Dan stop for a 5. Hope you feel better, John. Try some Fent. Also, I was going to say 17.33. 17, comma 33. You can't pick 2, bro. Did you have one earlier? Okay, I'll just assume you had one earlier. My brain's not working all that well, so I'll just give you 2. But it's going to be 17, and then it's going to be 33. All right? Okay, that's 35. And that's 7. Okay. 13th Apostle says, John, that's why I became a sociopath. I think we're called sulkopaths. Sulkopaths. That's...
Given our natural biological aversion to pain. To truly understand others,
Everyone
you risk
shut
losing
up.
yourself, and that fear of being changed, particularly in those with high opinions of themselves, is not an alluring option.
I have a very high opinion of myself. That's why I can take your insults and, like, you know, not care. Or I have a very low opinion of you guys. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. I either have a irrationally high opinion of myself or just a slightly below reasonable opinion of you guys.
Option. Why then would someone act empathetic when they have no intention to empathize? Either to avoid psychological discomfort.
I don't want to stab myself. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just like very sick. I'm very ill. I had a rough night last night. I'm very ill.
Or to avoid the moral or epistemic paradoxes of empathy. The answer lies in one of the oldest and most primitive forms of deception known to the human species. Thus, let's explore what this non-genuine empathy is, how it is enacted, and why humans developed the ability to empathize for personal benefit. Tactical empathy. Until very recent.
So like a psychopath. Like a tactical empathy. So it's like I assume you're pretending to feel other people's pain so you can associate with them and infiltrate their group so you can control them and take advantage of them either sexually or physically, usually both. Like what I'm doing to you guys. I feel your pain and I'm going to help you out of the pit of despair that you have fallen into. Right? Just follow me, guys. Come on. Come on. Follow me into the darkness. Come on, you guys. We're going. It's going to be fun. We're all going to hang out. We're going to lube each other up. Do a slip and slide. That's why. Nothing weird. Nothing weird. What else? Why what? What, you know? It's a slip and slide. Why does everything have to be sexual? Why does everything has to be sexual with you guys? You guys are nuts.
Social scientists rarely consider that empathy could even have a dark or tactical side. After all, how could a universal human good, empathy, possibly be a net negative?
Calling it a universal human good is an overstatement. That's an overstatement. I wouldn't call it a good. I wouldn't call it a negative. I would call it an emotion. I would call it, I don't know, a social adaptation. It is not good. It is not negative. It is just, it helped us get along in the tribe. So we wouldn't be fucking just robots or like cattle or something like that. I know how you feel. You're pissed at me. So I'm probably not going to do that again, right? I did something to piss you off. So I'm probably not going to be doing it again because I don't want you pissed off. That scenario is a good thing, but like it could be the same thing in a different look. It's like technology. It's all depends on the user, right? Empathy can also be a very negative thing, like when women say we want these Mexicanos in our fucking. They don't want them in their coffee shop or anything like that. They just want them in the country. They don't want them in their neighborhood. They want them outside of the gates, but they want other people to think that they're good people. Right? That's the thing. They want people to think they're good people, but they're not. They're actually awful, awful, awful people.
In 2008, anthropologist Holland and Throop pointed out this gap in the academic record, writing, quote, "One thing that is clear from the limited anthropological literature currently..."
Farrell says, no one here but you said something sexual. Farrell, quit pointing out facts.
Available is that first-person-like knowledge of others is rarely, if ever, considered an unambiguously
Complete facts.
good thing, despite the many positive connotations empathy has in the North American context. Although such knowledge may be used to help others and to interact with them more effectively, it may also be used to hurt or embarrass them. In other words, empathy isn't automatically virtuous. It's a tool, and like any tool,
There you go.
its utility depends on
There
how it's
you go.
used. But
There you
this
go.
paper was mere conjecture. So does a tactical form of empathy actually exist? And if so, what does it look like and who has it? Rubrandt and Willerslev were amongst the first to formally propose that empathy could be used tactically. Their work emerged between 2014 and 2015, right at the height of Gamergate, the social justice boom, and the
The redhead chick, she was famous. John makes everything sexual. I'm sexy.
dawn of the culture war. Tactical empathy has always existed,
Deal with it.
but it was at this moment in time when it became impossible to ignore.
See, Freeside says, John is a being of pure sexual energy. That's why it's all women in here. It is an unusual amount of women in here.
Scientifically, the idea that empathy could be weaponized simply hadn't entered the
Lucas says, man. Shut up, Lucas. I'm hot. I'm not meh. I'm mid plus at least. I'm mid plus plus. At least. Come on, dude. Retard 7? 7 plus? I know it's a retard qualifier, but there's some sexy retards out there. Don't even tell me there's not. Don't even tell me there's not. Farrell says, take 10 lemons. Take lemons. Slice into rings with the rind on. Boil them in water for 10 minutes. Pour water into a cup. Put raw honey into the water. Raw's important part is going to help a lot. I'm not a witch, okay? I'm not going to do some weird ritual that you want me to do to, like, summon your dark lord, okay? Thank you for the $5, though.
academic gestalt up until that point. Thus, Rubrandt and Willerslev provide
Redheads can be cute, but, like, redheads also... I don't know if this is always true. Sometimes they age poorly. Is that always true? But there are some good-looking redheads, for sure. I ain't against redheads. I'm not against redheads in the least bit. Yeah.
two example scenarios of what tactical empathy is, and why it may be an advantageous social strategy. Their first example comes from the frozen tundra of Siberia. A Yukagir hunter dresses himself in moose hide and fur. He moves slowly.
Fucking vibe, dude. Homeboy was a vibe. Hold on. Let's go back to vibe. Hold
you
on.
could gear hunter.
Vibe. Dude, talk about a complete aura. Absolute aura.
Dresses himself in moose hide and fur. He moves slowly, carefully towards a mother moose and her calf. The animals mistake him for one of their own, allowing him to get closer and closer, until he's close enough and, in an instant, he cuts them down. The hunter has used their trust, their basic animalistic empathy.
Freesa says, John, I wouldn't normally recommend listening to a woman, but it is Farrell's show, so maybe do what she says. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to get fired from this show that I do literally everything on. Let me see what I can do. Jess! She took my phone. Jess! Okay. If Jess sees it in the chat, then I'll have her do it. I don't think we have lemons.
Against them. Their second example
Hello, Rick.
is far darker and entirely human. In 1999...
They tend to be a 10 or a 5. In between is iffy. Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen some smoking hot redheads. I really have. But I've also seen redheads that are like, ew. Ew. God, what are you? But I mean, like, I've seen that with blondes, brunettes, fucking whatever's, the rest of them. So I don't know if it's, I don't know how fair it is. If they're all like that, if they all be like that. I like them all. Blondes, brunettes, redheads, and stuff like that. I've seen super duper hot in each category. I really have. But I've also seen uglies in each category. But like, yeah, there's some redheads out there that I'm like, God damn, bitch. Awesome. Congratulations. Just congratulations to you and to me.
Pamphlets appeared across Muslim towns in the Maluku region of Indonesia. They appeared to be leaked internal Christian church documents planning an imminent attack on the Muslim community with plans to establish a Christian state in the area. The documents were fake, believed now to have been crafted by Muslim bureaucrats, but they worked. Riots erupted and entire communities were destroyed. Afterwards, many people who had participated in the riots admitted to something chilling. They had always suspected the pamphlets were forgeries, but they went along anyway because acting in self-defense felt more morally justified. Empathy for other members of their community had become permission for violence.
Cool.
In both cases, empathy required disguise. The hunter pretends to be harmless. The pamphlets were used to justify defensive, not offensive action. But in truth...
The same does not apply to male redheads. Never seen a hot one. I believe you. I completely believe you. I don't know why that is, right? I don't know why that would be a thing. It's, I think it's similar with blondes. I think just men should have dark hair. Right? I think men should have, because like if you have like red hair as a full-grown adult male or like blonde hair as a real, it's just, it seems silly. It seems silly. It's like, that's not a man's color. You need to have dark hair. Dark hair, see? Like me. Look how handsome I am.
Both were traps. Tactical empathy, thereby, is a form of emotional...
The cats or the babies? The cats are fine. One of my cats, Bing's, the older one, she's not a baby. I got her when I like started doing stand-up. Like, God. 13 or 14 years ago when I got into this whole game, right? And so she's getting on in years. And then Gator, he's doing fine. We just gave him some flea medicine. He's doing great.
Espionage. Action.
Boss, you killed a child. Amazing.
Rhea says, I don't know, I've seen hot men with blonde hair. Have you seen good-looking guys with red hair? Though, look, this is obviously down to a preference thing, but like, I think it's just silly for men to have like blonde hair, more redhead. Like a blonde is like a kind of acceptable, but like a redheaded male is like you look silly. You look silly. See, look at that. First World posted in the God, my brain is not working tonight. The locals chat, and he's got only I can see it unless you're a locals member. Join my locals.
Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss.
Importantly, tactical empathy is not necessarily the absence of empathy. It is empathy driven by agenda.
So not a redhead. Not a redheaded male that you found attractive. Yeah, what's up with that? Redheaded males are like the Asians of white people. If you understand what I mean. Do you understand what I mean by that? Like if there's like a chick that's like dating an Asian guy, it's like, it's a little abnormal. It's not like that weird. It's just a little, the same with like a redheaded male. Shave that shit off, bro.
It requires the ability to accurately read someone's
I have
emotions.
no fucking clue what you mean. Strawberry says yes. Strawberry understands what I mean. See, you don't get it, man. It's too deep. It's too deep, man.
Not in order to help them, but in order to instead control.
No, it's like, I don't know. Usually chicks don't like Asian dudes, right? Chicks don't like Asian dudes. And so, like if you're a chick that's into Asian dudes, that's not really a problem or anything like that. If you're dating an Asian dude, it's not that weird. It's worse if you're dating a black guy. It's like a million times worse. But like, I feel the same for like redheaded guys too. It's all like, huh, him. Okay. It's a little weird. It's not like that abnormal. That's why I made that weird comparison. Right? You get it? Yeah. Farrell says, I went out with a redhead once after working up in a drunken stupor in a seedy motel. Sounds very classy so far, Farrell. Covered in bite marks, bruises, and all over. I said never again. What the fuck, Farrell? What the fuck, dude? Was he a werewolf? And you're all like, I can't handle the lichen, you know. I can't handle the. You went out with a redhead one time, and that's what you ended up as like a fucking rape victim. That'll show you.
Influence or exploit their own capacity to
Serves you right, Farrell. What were you wearing? A pot of Lucky Charms?
The genuine empath asks, how can I ease your pain? The tactical empath asks, how can I use it?
Rhea says Asians aren't attractive to me, she says. No, that's exactly what I'm fucking saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, and this is another thing. It's like completely, this is like up to your stare. Like, I don't generally find Asian chicks attractive. But some are. Some are undoubtedly attractive. Like, there's some, like, I've seen some Japanese chicks that are like, God damn, she's actually pretty hot. But, like, in general, it's not my type. It's not my type. There's definitely good specimens, for sure. But in general, not really my type. So I get you. A lot of chicks don't like Asian men in general and stuff like that. But there's definitely good-looking Asian guys out there.
This process has 3 steps. First, accurately reading others' emotions. Second, mentally simulating others' emotions.
Farrell was
and
a wild
third,
thing.
exploitation of others' emotions, using the knowledge that was gained by reading and understanding those feelings. The disquieting thing about this is that empathy cannot be wielded as a weapon by someone who does not understand it as well as by those who do. Often, the most dangerous manipulators are not emotionally blind. They're emotionally...
Rhea says, as a kid, I genuinely thought I would marry a bald man. That didn't happen. Weird. That's very strange. As a kid, you thought you would marry a bald man? That's some weird dream physics or some shit like that. But, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean old. A lot of people lose their hair when they're young. Like in high school, they start losing their hair. I feel bad for those people. You start losing your hair in high school, that sucks. I mean, But maybe you look good bald. Maybe that's the thing. You look good bald, but yeah, some people don't. Like my hair, I'm damn near 40. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's good. Good for me. Good for me. But like a lot of people they just go bald early.
Fluent. They know what makes people feel guilty, afraid, or angry, and how to pull those heartstrings with precision. But hunters in Siberia and religious conflicts in Indonesia are worlds away from most of us.
Most men become bald if you wait long enough. That's not true. No, that's not true. My uncle's like 70, 60, 70, something like that. And he's still got his hair. It's just some people lose their hair, some people do not. Most is a tough I don't know about most. Because there's still tons of people with their hair. Like late into their lives they have hair. You know? I think it just depends.
So let's consider some everyday scenarios in personal relationships, the workplace, and politics to better
Arden
understand
says, I thought I'd lose my hair by now, but my hair just keeps growing. There you go.
what tactical empathy looks like in practice. For example, imagine you open up to a friend. You tell her about your fears, past, things you don't share easily. She listens, nods, and supports you. And you leave.
Your grandma's cold medicine was Jim Beam, honey and lemon juice. This is late, I'm sorry. I've been like on a not drinking kick. Or like I haven't had a drink in months. I can't say I feel great because I'm sick as fuck. And usually before, when I would get a cold, this is what I would do. I would drink like 11 beers. And then the next day I would wake up and I'd be like, I'm not sick, I'm just hungover. And then I'd ride that out, and the day after that, I'd feel fine. Because I got through my sickness disguised as a hangover. It's pretty clever, if I do say so myself.
The interaction thinking, finally, someone who actually understands me. Weeks later, during an argument, she casually brings up some aspect of what you told her in confidence.
Well, given your abandonment issues,
Or,
this is how you always act when you feel insecure.
suddenly, your confession has become a weapon, not to resolve a conflict, but to win it. She wasn't listening.
Yeah, women do that shit all the time. This is why men don't talk, right? Because they know women enough to be like, if I tell you anything, you're going to use it as a weapon in a future argument. That's not even an argument, right? It's just like you're tired or hungry and decide to like pull out some like real deep personal shit and fucking throw it at me because you don't feel good today. You're tired or some shit like that. Then you're just like, oh. So you just bring out full nuclear arsenal. Yeah. So this is why men lie to you. Because it just makes things simpler. It just makes things so much simpler.
To help, she was gathering leverage.
Dig deep. Find out if they have a parent with an incurable illness that they died of. Then find a way to blame them for it. Your mom
Oh my God.
got leukemia on purpose. It doesn't have to make sense for it to hurt.
Or,
Okay. All right. I'm taking notes. Your brother was gay because he thought you were hot. That'll get him. Yeah, he died of AIDS because he was gay. But he became gay because he saw your hot little ass one day as you were getting out of the shower. And it just changed his life. You forced him into being gay. Way to go, tight ass. Then you'll ruin that person. He'll think about that the rest of his life. He'll be like, could that be true? Is that accurate? Checking his ass out in the mirror. Yeah, it's definitely possible. If you ever find yourself in that very specific situation, please use that. Oh, I give you so much permission to use that.
imagine you're at work and admit to your boss that you're feeling burned out. He listens, tells you he gets it.
It's not weird, Farrell. It's not weird. It's called cutting him to the core, right? That's a kill shot right there, right? Just like the guy in The Mask, how he killed himself today. A lot of people dying lately. A lot of people dying. Oops.
Ends up about his own stress and even thanks you for trusting him. And you walk out feeling relieved, thinking maybe he actually cares. Weeks later, a sudden deadline.
I'm not hammered, dude. I'm just sick. I don't feel good, okay? John, trust me, they knew the disguise didn't work.
Drops,
Okay.
and he calls you into his office.
Okay.
You're the only one I trust with this.
Or,
I know you're tired, but the team really needs you.
suddenly, your vulnerability has become an obligation. You stay late and cancel plans, not because you want to, but because saying no now would feel like betrayal.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal!
His empathy created a debt, and you're now paying that debt off with your time, energy, and well-being. The exchange has become transactional, and you
I
have
know
become-
what this is. This is what's happening right now. I'm like, my wife was like, John, you should take the night off. You're sick. And I'm like, I have to go. Because these people, they're animals. They need me. And I'm right. This is true. You guys do need me. Right? You made me indispensable in your lives. And I feel guilty when I don't show up. I think about every single last one of you. And I'm like, these people, I'm their hero. They look up to me, okay? You don't get it, Jess. You just don't get it. She's all like, don't be a hero. And I'm like, too late. It's too late. Go ahead and agree with me, everybody. I'll be watching.
I'm trapped by emotional reciprocity. In both cases, nothing illegal has happened. There was no overt cruelty. Just what looked like empathy warped into behavioral and emotional control. Now, zoom out to politics. You're scrolling online, coming across video after video, post after post. A woman crying, a man being arrested, a child abandoned as headlines flash past. This should never have happened. Look what they're doing to our communities.
Yeah.
How can anyone support this?
I support it. I support that a lot. I just smile. I'm like, your parents aren't coming back. They got deported to Venezuela. And I don't know why you're still here. You should also leave, little boy. I don't know why they left you behind. I don't care if you're a citizen. Go. Go afuera. Go.
Why are we here scrolling, instead of getting out to the streets?
You feel
Shut up. Shut up. God, dude, why? I hate these car videos, dude. I'm going to start shooting this from my car. This show, instead of doing it in the house, I'm going to go sit in my car. And I'm going to start yelling at the camera. Which I do anyway, right? But I'm going to start yelling at the camera and be like, look, I'm in my car. I have something to say. Oh my God, this is going to go viral. And I don't have much time because I'm in my car. This is just off the cuff. This is off the top of my head because I'm in my car. I didn't plan any of this. This is just how I really feel because I'm in my fucking car. God, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Did you walk out of your house to go sit in your goddamn car to shoot that video? I guarantee you some of them did. I guarantee you some of them did. Right? You ain't got nowhere to be. Come on.
feel a sense of vicarious fear and anger for someone else, but then something
I'd
shifts.
still watch that and call you gay. Thank you, Farrell. As long as I have a supporter. But I'm a hero. I'm your hero. I'm the hero that you chose to do this show, and I'm honored. I'm honored you gave me this show, Farrell. And I'll do my best to save this city.
And the language gets moral and directed. Silence is violence. If you don't speak out, you're complicit. Someone needs to do something.
This is serious. This is no longer political debate online material. This is no longer wave your flag in the air.
Shut up. Shut up. Dude, oh my God. If I saw somebody doing this in their car, like in front of the camera, I wouldn't get close because that's like how you get shot here in Florida. That's how you get shot. But like in California, you can press your face up against the glass and shit, right? They can't do nothing. What are you gonna do? Drive away? No, you can't. You're shooting. You're shooting right now. So they just have me. What you doing in there? In Florida, you would get shot. So I wouldn't do that here. But in California, I would do that for sure. Yeah, not here.
In the streets material. This is Civil War revolutionary bullshit.
At first, it sounds
Shut up. Why do these people always think they're revolutionaries and like fucking the world changers? You can't even fucking change your clothes most of the time. You can't even like move the fucking clothes from the washer into the dryer. 90% you forget, right? It goes in the wash cycle. It goes ding or boop boop boop, whatever sound your washer makes, right? They're really over the top usually. And you hear it and you're like, "Oh, it's done." And then you forget to put it in the dryer. That's you. That's fucking you. I know it is. I know it is. Cuz that's a lot of bitches. That'd be a lot of bitches. That's a lot of people in general. Unless you go to the laundromat, in which case, ew.
sounds reasonable, but action quickly stops meaning discussion and starts to mean confrontation, pressure campaigns, street protests, harassment, and violence.
Farrell says, "And you're welcome, John. Do me proud." No one's proud when they do you.
You're told it's necessary because, well, just look at the suffering. How could you not act? Often without anyone saying it outright, the message becomes this.
Zing! I'm zinging. My zinger still works. Okay, that's all right. So I have to go. I'm going to go into the doctor and be like, I'm real sick. And then I give the doctor a zinger and he's like, well, the zinger is still working. So that's good news. That's good news. That means you're going to pull through. I'm like, oh, thank God. And he's like, you have AIDS, though. Okay, I don't know.
Anything you do is justified, as long as you're doing it to help those in need. This is where empathy stops being interpersonal and human and starts being abstract and political. Not to solve problems, but to mobilize, to radicalize, and to give people moral permission for things they would likely never justify on their own.
Freeset says, I think John just took a show back with that one. I'm sick. I'm not even at full capacity. I
Volition.
While I fulfill my program.
Honey, can you make me what was it? Lemon water? Some lemon tea? Somebody give me a recipe in the chat. Can you make it for me if we have lemons?
And destroy the enemy.
Enemy? What enemy?
The enemy.
Billy says, did anyone else shit their pants at work today? Yeah, I did. I consider this a job.
Everything is the enemy.
And sometimes the consequences are irreversible. In the end, a mother of 3, an ICU nurse, lay dead on the street.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck, dude? They're murdered by ICE. You know how many people, like, MS-13 has murdered? How many, like, rape gangs, like, Muslims have, like, do you put their posters up? No, you just fucking put these guys up. Why? Why? For political points, right? If we're going to play tat for tat, tit for tat, that bullshit, there's going to be a lot more pictures of people that were in this country illegally that killed entire families. Okay, so let's not play this game. Let's not play this dumb little game.
Street because of the weaponization of their empathy. But why does watching a stranger suffer make your body react as if it were happening to you? It's because empathy isn't a political slogan. It's a biological reflex. Long before social media, politics, or even language, humans evolved to mirror each other. Psychologists call this the perception-action hypothesis. Initialized as PAM, the hypothesis was originally proposed by phenomenological philosopher Merleau-Ponty in 1945, who speculated that the perception of another's actions generates autonomic physical responses in the perceiver. For example, someone on the street waves. You wave back, but the waver could have been waving at someone else, hailing a cab, or expressing their support for a 20th century political movement, not necessarily waving at you.
Just the two of us.
And
It's very based. Swamp Ninja comes in and he says, the new hot term. I actually asked Grok what that meant. And I forget what he said, but yeah, I was like, do you hate those FNs? And he's like, yeah, I hate them. And I was like, based.
yet, when we see someone
Based.
waving, we often wave back instinctually. That same mechanism fires when we see grief, fear, or rage. This reflex is what both makes empathy possible and what makes it exploitable. In 2002, psychologist Stephanie Preston and primatologist Franz de Waal argued that empathy is built on the same perception-action reflex as an autonomic
Yeah, we don't keep whiskey. I don't drink brown liquors. I don't don't like them. Not for me.
response to stimuli. You see an emotion, and your body mirrors it. These instinctual responses explain far more than just waving back at someone. They're the foundation of some of the most important human bonds.
Oh, like you don't freeside. Like you don't ask Grok. Look, well, you like you're playing a video game and you're like, Grok, what's the combo to this safe? Or how do I reload my weapon? Or you don't do that. You're telling me you don't do that. You be honest with me, bro. You're telling me you don't do that shit. If you don't, you're stupid because it makes things so much easier. Come on.
Such as parent and infant child. Before language develops, they communicate through cries, facial expressions, body movement, and tone of voice. Baby mirrors parent, and parent mirrors baby. This back and forth is how attachment forms and how trust develops. Without it, parents would have no ability to know when something is wrong, and as such, it is necessary for human survival and development. The same mechanism explains social contagion. When you see someone laugh, you start smiling. When one person at a
It's really full.
Here's these cough drops.
You're gonna take your cough drop. Thank you. I'm sorry I have to entertain these whatever. What do you want me to call them? Human beings? They're not. Okay. Alright. Now this is John's 6th stream. You're just gonna listen to me sip hot lemon water. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. These what, John? These what? I said human beings. That's how I'm gonna stick with that. How about we watch some Papa Meat? Let's see what he's got going. Let's see what this weirdo's got going.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come and sit down because today we're going to be talking about scratcher tickets.
Who buys scratcher tickets besides Dan Snot, who I know for a fact does, even though I've never seen him do it and he's never talked about it. But I know for a fact Dan Snot buys scratchers. Dan Snot, please tell me that I'm completely correct.
5, 7, and 11. 1, 26, 26 as well. 10, 24.
He looks like a guy that would buy. He looks like a guy that would buy scratchers, right? He does.
A 1 and an 8.
No, yeah, keep smacking your lips. Okay, you got it. How about just John's 6th stream ASMR, where you just hear my 6 sounds, which is like coughing and sneezing and then farts. There's been a lot of farts.
Win $5? $20 Papa card. Holy shit. 39.
Gambling can be one of the hardest and most financially draining addictions a person can have. Bombshell. It's not just casino games and slot machines you have to worry about.
I love going to casinos and seeing just, first of all, you ever go to if you go to Vegas, You'll walk through the casinos and be like, oh my God, everybody here is 1,000,000 years old. 1,000,000 years old. There is nobody under the age of like 60 there. Just old people being propped up by the actual slot machine that they're playing. And they're just, oh my God. They sound worse than I do. But Vegas is for boomers. And like, this is why it's dying, because all the boomers are dying, right? And so, no, millennials and not even like Gen Xers can go to Vegas. Vegas is just a dying city. It is a dead city. It's not worth going to, because if you go there, you have to pay for absolutely everything. It's just not worth going there. Don't go to Vegas. Don't go to Vegas. It's worthless. Don't go there. It's not even fun. It's overpriced. It sucks.
However, there's a type of gambling that is far more accessible to the average everyday person, whether you have just $20 or just a single dollar to your name. Scratch-off tickets are available at every gas station across the United States, and thousands.
Farrell says, I do one over 15,000 playing last. $15,000 playing scratchers? Shut up. Shut up. Holy crap. That's pretty cool. Thinks it was 5K and 1K big hits, then a bunch of 500 tickets. How much did you spend on scratchers? How much did you spend on scratchers?
Thousands of people visit their local station every day to try to win big. There's even some people, it's gotten so big that there's full-on content creators that do it now. And there's something where I feel like everybody's just experienced some guy.
Content creators where, should I just do a scratcher stream where I buy like 1,000,000 scratchers and then just do that? I mean, people would watch, I guarantee.
I asked you for a $5 scratcher. Very much a part of American culture.
Would you give someone a $5 scratcher if they asked? Guys, like, can I have $5 to go buy a scratcher?
No.
Okay, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't give a lot of people $5 in general.
No, but I got a scratcher. You want a scratcher? If you win anything, you keep it.
Here you go. Uh-oh. So I scratch it here?
Yep, and those are your numbers up top on the blue diamonds.
See so?
Nah, I don't think so.
Bad.
Now, we gave it our best shot.
You know, thanks for giving me a shot at it.
No problem, buddy. He took my coin.
He took the coin.
What they realize is there is a whole culture behind the scratchers filled with its own superstitions, tools, and competitions. So, let's get ready as we make our way through
Our insurance says, I got to start an underground casino. I do have an underground casino. And, like, business is all right. It's okay. Like, you know. Does anybody want to play my roulette game? Arden, can you make me, like, a digital scratcher game? Where we, like, scratch off? With a mouse, I can scratch off scratchers. And people can buy scratchers. And then I'll see, like, let's see if you won this one. No. They all have to be losers. That's very important. They all have to lose. Shit.
strange, addicting world of scratch-off tickets.
This is 150.
All right, John, you could do a Rage Bait channel where you open up rare and valuable Star Wars action figures and watch collectors freak out. How would I? You know how expensive that would be, dude? You know how expensive that would be? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. First of all, those nerds would put out death threats on me. And also, I would also ruin the toy. After I open it up, I would ruin it. I'd like rip its arms off and like chew on it and shit like that. Throw it to my dog. Because I don't give a shit. It's a toy. It's a fucking toy. I don't give a fuck about it. Rhea for $5, she says, fine, 33. Let's see if she's going to hit 33. It could be 33. Is it going to be 33? 33 is the number around here. It's not. It's 17. Is that? Yeah, it's 17. Somebody guessed 17 earlier. That don't matter. That don't matter. Farrell for $5. She says 20. Let's see if 20 hits. Let's see if 20 is going to hit. That's still pretty hot. 11. Like how Dan Snot likes his chicks. 11. I'm sorry.
I got a $5 check that says 500 frenzy, a $10 one that says 50 and $100 blowout.
Is Dan even here? Is Dan even here, or am I just ripping on Dan Snot for no reason?
Loaded exclusively with $50 and $100 prizes. $20, $2 million jackpot fortune, a $30 Super 7, and then last but not least, a $50 ticket. Jesus Christ. Which is millionaire riches. Okay, so these are the icons I'm looking for. These are the winning numbers, voice. Oh,
I might do this. I might. How much you guys give me? I might do that with like a show where like I'll just buy a stack of $5 scratchers, and then you guys can give me $5 and I'll scratch one off, and if I win money on one, then you're good luck. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But that actually sounds like fun.
Good doing this, doesn't it? Win $5. Wait, or is it not one of these?
Why is Dan catching strays? Because I don't know. He's hard up, I guess.
I think you won $5.
You want $5?
I know. Broke even.
Dan was here like an hour ago. He's got better places to be. He's like gonna go to the orphanage to pick up chicks.
Broke even.
Still firing shots at him. He's not even anywhere around.
What happens now, you won $5, and it's $5.
I'm gonna keep doing that, where I'm just gonna rip on Dan. By the way, where's God, what is his name? He's like an older guy. Where's Knob? Where's Knob's dog? Is he here? Did he die too? I don't know. Oh shit! Is his uncle okay? Oh fuck! If his uncle died after me making so much fun of him, I'm gonna be really empathetic. We learned a new word tonight. I'm gonna be very empathetic. I'll feel bad. I'll honestly feel bad. That's not gonna keep me from making more jokes, right? You know, I'll be like, Knob, you don't like my jokes? It had your uncle in stitches.
So you just figured out, we'll do it all over again. Oh, there you go.
You want to go? I'm gonna do the $10 one while he's doing that. You know what's kind of fucked up? I don't think.
Oh man.
I feel that confident. He's sending Jacob back. Yeah. Go back in.
And John, that's not funny. And you know, hey, I'm sorry, we're not rich like your uncle. He really knows how to earn a living, and he's in an urn because he's ashes at that point. That one's probably going to need a little bit more work, but I think it's still got it's got a good base to it.
Scratchers have been around since
I need an urn, honey.
as long as you can remember. But those who were around in the 1970s were losing their goddamn minds over this game-changing way to gamble. American computer scientists...
Arnett says John's going to feel very empanada. Yep, that's the word. Look, you guys, I have a lot of these empanadas. I'm a very empanada person.
John Koza and Daniel
I love how dumb that is. That's very dumb. I like it.
Bauer created the first lotto scratcher in 1974. And together, they had marketing experience as well as a history of designing.
Dodge says, it's okay, Merch made $1K and one donut last night by making fun of dying Rage Piggy that lives in Mexico. I'll take $1,000 too. I'll take one of those.
Computer algorithms for printed bingo cards, something that translated perfectly to the lottery. They even developed a secret coating on the scratchers that would keep them safe from counter theft tickets. Massachusetts was the first state to sell scratchers, and they were practically flying off the shelves. And this overwhelming success led to other states wanting to get in on the action immediately. Their accessibility, convenience, and ability to elicit instant gratification has made scratchers insanely addictive. Throughout 2023 and 2024, California Lottery sold $6.6 billion in scratchers, which accounts for over 70%.
So, Farrell, you buy scratchers. Does anybody else buy scratchers? I don't buy scratchers. I don't buy lotto tickets. I've never bought a lottery ticket. I have bought a scratcher. I don't think I won anything. I think it was like one time.
Of their total lottery sales. If going to a nearby gas station isn't convenient enough for you, there are now online scratchers, and we're not just talking about your standard cards. Scratcher.fun is a crypto-based online scratcher launchpad that allows you to not only gamble on themed scratchers, but create your own and make money off of it. People will post custom artwork and even offer up their own bonus prize,
We're
like a
getting
free
into
vacation,
it.
or in one case,
Sulk scratchers. I will sell Sulk scratchers. That's what I'm doing. I'm really leaning into this gambling avenue because for some reason I think that's just it's a very wholesome industry that no one ever ruins their life on. So that's what we're gonna do. Sulk scratchers, right? And it's gonna be my face with a frown, and then another frown. And that means you don't win anything ever.
a PS10 Pokemon card.
I hope it's Charizard.
See, that's how you
Oh, hey, Dan. How's the playground? You probably don't get that.
The thrill of a scratcher is to actually hear the scratch. It's the ASMR. It's yeah, it's exactly. What can? Am I really getting my itch scratched?
No one tell him. No one Strawberry. You fucking blow my load, dude. Fucking don't. Nobody tell him. All right.
And not physically scratching off the ticket. I know I wouldn't.
Bust.
Fuck. It's okay. That one's just a dud.
No, I wasn't talking
one?
shit.
Same one,
I wasn't talking shit
All
about
right,
you.
let's see.
We're rolling.
I don't know if I like that we have both 33 and 34. Come on.
Bust.
All right, now we're going up to 20.
I could pimp
$10.
some hoes too. I could also pimp some hoes. Zach says that could be the ticket. You see a lot of gambling during the crumbling society. Pimp some hoes too, right? I feel like I just sit here and I'm all like, you guys, let's just become degenerates. I know we are well on our way, right? We don't have any empanadas for illegal immigrants. But yeah, we can do gambling. We can do whores. We can, I don't know, do hits on Minecraft.
I'll take it that can yield anything.
It's all on Minecraft. That's how we get away with it.
I don't want to say what I'm going to do, but it's going to be bad.
$2 million jackpot fortune.
No, I was taking a shit. You were gone for like an hour, bro. See a doctor.
I told Allison this was gonna hit.
If this is a bust, do not tell her.
Last one. Oh. Chat, did we win?
These days, you can't be too safe, and lately, protecting my personal. I don't know.
I've
To be fair, though, it is gambling. It's not like you can't be cheap, but you'd definitely be the buddy where it's everyone's like, all right, let's just get a $2 scratcher. Oh.
I hate your gay little pink microphone, and I hate it's the same gay little microphone that I have. The same. It's a Shure MV7, which is actually a very good microphone. It's a very good microphone, but I hate how you made it gay. His might be a little bit better.
Okay.
$2.
No. Yeah, bullshit. You'd be like,
if everybody was
$2. No, there's no way. There's been plenty of times where we'll be like, oh, it's $5.
Stealing
let's do it.
JJ's bit. What is JJ's bit? Does he do scratchers? Is that seriously one of his bits? I don't watch JJ's show because I'm doing other things. But is that seriously one of his bits where he just? I don't think that's a bit for JJ. I think that's just what he does normally. And when he's streaming, that's what he's doing. Because he's like, I'm just doing some scratches, you know. Right? That's JJ. That's just JJ being JJ. That's not a bit at all.
I'll just watch. I'll watch. Goes home, buys $1,200 of anime Blu-rays. Yeah, exactly. My collection grows. When it comes to any kind of gambling, people refuse to accept the fact that they're not in control of the odds. This is the case even with scratchers, with people having all sorts of wild superstitions. Sometimes people refuse to buy a scratcher unless the serial number on the back contains specific numbers they deem as lucky. Other people believe it's bad luck to buy a card that's been ripped or damaged in any way, which they believe results in an automatic loss.
I wouldn't buy a scratcher that was ripped.
Yeah, I'm like, what the? Even just not even the superstition.
Support your besties. Who's my other bestie now? Apparently, Rhea is the decider of my best friends. She decides who's in my inner circle. So who is it, Rhea? Who is in my inner circle? I know Knob is already one. Are you gonna put Dan in there too? Is that what you're? Because this is a stinky circle. This is a smelly circle.
Vicious thing. I'm just like, what kind of gross ass little scratcher is that? Give me I just want a clean cut scratcher card.
Oh shit, dude, she f***ed up. That's a super. You're not supposed to buy them scratched like that or ripped.
What if that's our luck though?
Well, let's prove it.
Yeah. Aliens let us win.
They're really f***ing us.
Bottom line.
All right. Well, obviously.
$30? $30? $30? You just throw it away? That sucks.
Come to our aid.
It was also because it was ripped. It was fucking ripped.
There are also people that blow on their cards, or wait until a specific lucky time of day to pick a store they deem to be lucky, or use a special coin or tool to scratch the numbers off with. I had a buddy.
I got a special scratching tool that you carry. Oh my god, dude! When you have a special scratching tool, that means you have a problem. You know, that's like Red Fox carrying around a golden heroin spoon around his neck. You don't think you have a problem at that point, Red? You have a golden heroin spoon for making heroin hot and then jamming it into your veins. And this guy's like, I got a scratcher tool because I'm just scratching them so often. I have a scratcher tool.
Buddies whose dad used a wrench. That was his lucky wrench. Not even joking, in his truck. I've never seen. You ever see somebody struggle? Let me tell you, take a fucking wrench and scratch off a scratcher. Difficult.
I bet with that guy, he was just like, man, I don't got nothing. Oh, here's a wrench. And then
he hit it one time with the wrench. He's like, that's my lucky wrench.
That's my lucky wrench. That's exactly how it happened. And he could have chose like his socks he was wearing that day, his underwear or something, or but at least he chose the wrench. You know, this is my lucky shirt, right? And so when I wear this shirt, I do it on stream so I can get lots of money. It doesn't always work, right? But this is my lucky shirt. I you know, it goes into a Ziploc after I do this, and I don't wash it.
Whenever someone wished him good luck after buying a scratcher, claiming it actually jinxes the cards. Oh, f*** you, buddy. You're basically just dousing this in gasoline and lighting it on fire, dick. Whenever it happens,
That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll stream. I'll buy a bunch of scratchers, and then I'll stream myself burning them one by one, and just watch people lose their minds as I'm just burning them one by one. I don't know if they would like that or not. I don't know.
And mumbles under his breath, these tickets are worthless now. Nick, I wonder, do you think these superstitions work, though?
No.
We should test it.
Oh, okay. Are we buying one of each?
Okay, well, I'm trying to make this maybe a $5 affair. I don't know if I'm trying to make this a one of each ticket. You ever look at the fucking scratcher case? There's 70 goddamn scratchers in there.
I think that we spent like $105 on all these together. Now, a $30 ticket is sure to net us something good, huh?
All right, we kind of peaked on the $5 one.
Oh. Is that the last one?
$50, boys. Millionaire riches. We need to at least make $105 right here to break even. Oh my God, look how many numbers.
That's what I'm saying. There's 2 lines of winning numbers.
That's like 20 numbers.
That is way too many.
It goes up to 80. it goes up.
So we're just watching
84?
them do scratchers.
Fuck.
This is too much.
Last line?
This is too much to look at.
What are we feeling? Who thinks that we're going to get?
I think we can get the card.
I think we get the bell. We're getting the bell.
Okay.
30.
Okay.
77. 36. It's always the last one. $54?
If we had 50.
It was a do not tell Allison moment.
I'll tell you what.
Has he won anything?
It's absolutely disgusting. What do you think I'm going to say? I immediately want to get more. Should we do one more run through?
Yes.
The only way that I actually lose is if I stop right here.
Oh, you played that one
Because when I
today.
go
Did
back
you
in,
win anything? Did you win anything? Someone who makes at least 6 figures a year went out and spent $150 for a video will likely make him at least $2,000. Yeah, he probably makes more than 6 figures. He makes a lot of money, dude. He makes tons of money.
I get the next one. I'm gonna get 210, and I'm gonna break even.
We still won.
85%.
We won the $5 one. We still won.
Well, we won a $5, and then we lost it. So technically, we're still very much down.
But still, you got the feeling.
I do not like that I hit my peak on the 5. All right, can I at least say that?
Do it.
Scratch off takes.
I hope we see him like 6 months later, just in a gutter surrounded by scratched off scratchers, dude. And he's like, I'll suck your dick for a fucking big 5, whatever scratcher. I don't know what they're called, but like something like that. I hope he just really loses control. That's what I'm trying to say. I know this looks like his bottom, but it could always get worse.
Readily available. Nearly everyone has a few scratch-off stories. On his birthday, a man received a card and 4 tickets from his mother, only to find that tickets were already scratched. Inside the card, his mother wrote, and I quote, "Sorry you didn't win." Thinking this was a joke, he called his mother to ask. She told him that they were legit tickets, but she scratched them because she couldn't trust him to share the winnings with her if he'd won.
Wow, what a cunt. You have a cunt for a mom. You have an absolute cunt for a mom.
I'll tell you what, you hear the specific thing of that little blurb was that he called her. He does not see that woman on Christmas. Hey, did you mean to send this to me? Okay, cool. Click. Who was that, sweetheart? A ghost. That's what I would say. I will say, too, I don't care who you are. Can we at least agree that scratch-off tickets are the best stocking stuffer?
Oh, yeah.
You try to show me someone who doesn't smile when they open up.
If in a stocking stuffer, I will take scratch offs. I'll give my kids scratch offs. They'll probably love that shit.
And they peek in their sock. Oh,
it's fun.
And if they win, I'll be like, "Oh, you won $5." It's like $2,000. I'm like, "Yeah, you won $5."
Pay for it. It's free gambling. And if you win big.
Oh, baby, exactly. Yeah, I'm not sharing.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, you gave me that luck. This is a gift. It'd be rude to give back. For those that are serious about winning, there are tools specifically designed for scratching tickets that some gamblers use. One woman went online seeking tool recommendations after their mother developed an infection in her thumb from using it exclusively to scratch off tickets. They claimed that their mother's finger was black and infected after.
God, dude, I got the black thumb. Oh, I got the dude. That's oh my god. That's a Farrell, send me a picture of your thumb. Send me a fucking on fucking X. Send me a picture of your thumb. Do it.
They're not cleaning the area because she refuses to use coins. How many people, like when you see people sitting there scratching, how many people wash their hands?
How do you cash them? Do you just go back into the store and cash them?
I'm telling you, fucking goose egg. Most of the comments on her post recommended a standard scratching tool or tools from their garage. What? To scratch the tickets?
Yeah.
Just use a fucking coin. Why do people have to make this be so complicated? Just fucking carry a quarter with you. Ain't a
Swan just said Jeffrey Epstein invented the scratch off foreskin. No, that's the scratch and sniff. That's a different thing. Scratch and sniff foreskin. It's horrible.
Big deal? Am I wrong?
It's horrible.
Like maybe you want to scratch off one go. You just want to get it done.
I'm not joining your OnlyFans. I'm not joining your OnlyFans, Pharaoh. Where you just only just pictures of your thumb. Look at that shit right there. Right? I mean, there's got to be an OnlyFans of like just like gore. Right? Just horrific injuries. Right, like where if guy snaps his leg in a skiing accident, his femur's like poking out of his thigh. I'll go on that OnlyFans.
Oh, it's stuff is that's 100% what it is. It's somebody being like, "Well, I don't want to sit there and do this, but with this tool, I'm able to do." Just fucking use a goddamn coin and call it a day. Am I wrong?
It takes too long. I want the money now.
At what point is it? I paid for it. I want it now. I guess if you're a scratcher addict, the allure of the scratching, like
a scratch head. They're called scratch heads. Get it right.
Is gone. You're just like, it's like peeling off a scab with your finger.
But that's, yeah, see, for normal people, that's the fun. That's what you at the anticipation.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that the coin keeps that allure alive, is the possibility. Almost every severe gambler that I've seen where you're like, that motherfucker's in deep, is somebody that's like, they're superstitious and they have to have their remedies. I don't think it's a quick process.
Okay, pick cent. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay. Come on. Let's see it. Why is my internet acting so slow? Come on, internet, please. Do you have AIDS too? Do you have internet AIDS too? Oh. Okay. Let's see. All right. So it's the beginning. It's the beginning stages, you guys. She's got the beginning stages of scratcheritis, scratch thumb. It's starting. It's definitely starting.
It's just
a scrad addict.
I think they're wanting some. If anything, the tools are probably.
That sounds like a Scrabble addict. Like somebody who's addicted to Scrabble. Yeah, we call ourselves Scradicts. Wow, that's super lame. That's super. Super lame.
Even longer. Like the wrench. I was telling you that fucking wrench. I'm telling you.
1, 5, 7, and 11. And then can I also do like a $1, a $2, and a $3 scratcher? I got a $1, a $3, a $10, a $20.
These guys are in Alaska, and they're just like, let's just go gamble. Because what else do you do in Alaska? There's nothing to do in Alaska. Alaska, there's nothing to do. You eat seafood. Whoop-de-fucking-do. There's nothing to do. Let's go look at the glaciers. Yep, it's still there. Fuck you, Al Gore. What else? We can get eaten by a polar bear. Yeah, maybe not. My mom did that, and she didn't. Yeah, well, she didn't say anything because she got eaten by a polar bear.
Or a $30 and a $50 one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got a hot dog? This is the problem, dude.
Dan Snot said, I knew a guy that used to eat his scabs. He was a former pro skater / MotoGP racer. He was a fucking maniac. A disgusting human being. I don't say this often, but I kind of hope he's not alive anymore.
Beforehand, you know what the problem was? I didn't make a little ceremony for myself. So I got to do my...
Polar bears are absolutely in Alaska. Shut up. There's also Kodiaks, there's brown bears and shit. Don't get me wrong, but there's definitely, in the northern fringes of Alaska, there's polar bears.
My ceremony that I'm going to make for myself right now, I'm going to light it. I'm going to blow this on the card. And that's going to give me the luck I need.
This is Patreon exclusive.
Oh, shit, because we can't do that. All right, well, just no. Well, I can't do that then. What about something with your hot dog, maybe?
Dude just had to get a glizzy. He just saw him rolling around on that thing, and they're like, oh, they look lonely. Got himself a glizzy. This guy got himself some scratchers. Probably a pack of Marlboros, too. That's what I imagine.
Scratcher?
Bless it.
Okay, you're gonna put that in your mouth and eat it?
Yeah.
You can't eat all the hot dog. I mean, we got all these scratchers. You're gonna have to hold on, if that's the thing we're gonna have to do. So you have to touch your hot dog to this.
He's like, but I'm gonna eat this hot dog. I don't want to touch all these scratchers. That's gross. One scratcher is like, okay, fine, but like 50 scratchers, that's too many scratchers to touch my hot dog. I'm trying to eat a hot dog over here, right? There's more hot dog.
This is a $1 scratcher, the 10 times the cash. Ooh. If I make $200 on this, I will actually kill myself. Because I've spent too much on the tickets. And I would have been like, all I had to do was buy a $1 ticket. Our numbers, boys, are 9 and 4.
3-9.
Bunk.
You know what? You eat the hot dog. I'm gonna take this ketchup packet. That's on the ground. Oh my God. Well, first off, this is a $3. Do I have to undo? Okay, I'm actually gonna put that down. Do I have to do all of these and then see if I make bingo?
Why didn't you just throw that in the trash? Why the ketchup packet? There's trash right behind you. Why didn't you throw the ketchup packet in the trash? Why did you throw it on the ground? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
Too much goddamn work going into this, dude. See, this is one of the ones though where it's like it's a slow burn. The $1 one was too quick. Now these are for people. It's like I want to have a little bit of time. This is gonna take so long. Just go and scan it and see if we won.
Some people will do anything to get their fix, but not everyone wants to spend the money for a chance to win. In some states, you can cash in non-winning tickets for points with the lottery system, and if you collect enough points, you can turn them in and earn a free ticket. An Ohio resident regularly takes advantage of this by dumpster diving behind the local gas stations in his town to collect all the discarded losing tickets before submitting them for free tickets. It's not just gas stations that give out lotto tickets. Since the early 2000s, car dealerships have been mailing out scratchers. Most of the time, the prizes at these car dealerships involve winning a large sum of money or even a new car, but they can come with extensive fine print that most people don't read, leaving many participants feeling a bit scammed. In North Carolina, a dealership lost a potential customer after baiting people into believing they won $5,000 on their scratcher. I already know this is going to be a thing where it's like, oh, it's a promotional thing, whatever. You can't f with people's money like that, dude. Because, you know, he called everybody, I just won $5 grand. We're going out to dinner tonight. You know, all that kind of stuff. The game was identical to the...
Look, I don't usually do this, guys. But can I have $10? Can I have like two $5 donations so I can just say I made $50? Can I just do that? And then, because I don't feel well. And then I will leave.
The simplest lotto tickets participants had to.
And then I'll leave, right? Because that's kind of like my number, right? I'm like, if I make $50 and I'm happy with the stream and I'm good, okay. And I made $40, which is pretty nice. But if I make $50, I can go buy scratchers, all right? And I can also go lie the fuck down.
To match 3 symbols, and they won a big cash prize. However,
I mean, look at this wheel. Don't it look tasty? Okay, that needs to go away. Oh my god.
People showed up to the dealership eager to claim their cash. They were shocked to find out that they hadn't won any money. Instead, they had a code linked to
fuck no, man. You were talking shit on me. I'll still do it. Farrell does it. Farrell's nice. She says 21, and I'll give her 2. I'll give her 2 spins for that on 21. I don't feel good. I'm fucked up, dude. It's like, okay, 19, and then... Okay, and it's... Of course. Of course. Of course, alas. Oh, dude, that was my fault. I take full responsibility for that. That was all on me, dude. That was all on me, bro. That was fucking my fault, bro. I deserve that. Because I asked for money. I don't ask for money on this show, but I was like, dude, I just want to get off. And then Fate was all like, okay, well then, here, and then fuck you. That's what you get. Fuck, man. Fuck. Okay, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'll do it. Like, what do you want? Time to think about it, or do you want like? What do you want? I'll give you some time to think about it.
Prize that was a meager $5 or nothing.
I know everyone is all fucking happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I'm just like, oh man, I can't sing tonight. I can't do.
That's got to be illegal, right?
Preset says good.
Yeah. The flyers of the scratcher came with promoted that matching the symbol.
I know was. No.
There's one big money, so many people thought it was a scam. The dealership
She said
that
rain check. Okay. So she can plot. I know, dude. I know. I should really limit that so it's like you gotta hammer it out like tonight. But like since I don't feel good, since I'm like really fucking sick. I'll let it slide this time. But let's make a rule in the future that if it's like more than 5 minutes from the end of the show, you have to pick tonight. Okay? because I don't like all these stragglers. Like I don't want to have to like. So if you gamble, if you have one in the barrel, have one in the barrel. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I couldn't. I can't. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Farrell. I really appreciate you letting me go because, and then it lands on the last one. Like, God, what the fuck, man? You couldn't even just let me off the hook like that. You couldn't even just let me off the hook. Right, John acting like he made it's my show. Oh, it's a Farrell show. It's Farrell's show. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the Sulk stream tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do one tomorrow. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be in the hospital or whatnot, dude. Because I feel like I'm getting worse. But I hope you guys just plan on it tomorrow. I'm probably going to be here tomorrow, right? Unless I'm like seriously fucking dying, I'm probably going to be here. But I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys stay well, right? It's the season for it. So you guys, take care of yourselves. And yeah, until then, drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves. Because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Love you.
I'm an incredible soul. Unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Black Ness Monster 2, government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. In this crazy crowd, they say I'm crazy, but I call it woke. Unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.